Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blood rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now what we here on today, Mr. Roll Up? Well, this one is about President Trump going to a whole nother country and capturing a whole nother president. This guy right here, President Nicolas Maduro, has been captured for Venezuela. Why is that, Mr. Roll Up? Well, let's get right into it. How about that?
Revealing new information about the latest military operation in Venezuela. Maduro and his wife are now facing charges related to drug trafficking in America. The president also says the U.S. will run the country for now.
Nicolas Maduro and his wife arrived on U.S. soil Saturday evening, where they will face federal charges in New York related to drug trafficking and narco-terrorism. President Trump shared this picture after Maduro was captured by an elite military team overnight in what the administration is calling Operation Absolute Resolve.
Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch a spectacular assault.
The president detailed the military action from Mar-a-Lago Saturday afternoon, hours after the overnight strike on Venezuela. The operation targeted military facilities and involved more than 150 U.S. aircraft and follows months of military buildup in the Caribbean. President Trump also says the U.S. will run the country until a safer and proper transition can occur, without specifying exactly how that will work.
Well, they always say boots on the ground, so we're not afraid of boots on the ground.
Are you concerned that bad elements of the Maduro regime will remain in place?
Well, we know who they are. We're on them, and they're acting much differently now than they would have acted 2 days ago.
The Trump administration is defending its decision not to notify Congress ahead of the strike, but Democratic lawmakers are blasting the move and questioning what comes next.
Yes, Maduro is illegitimate. A lot of leaders are illegitimate in the world, thinking you can simply reach in like we're playing some game of Risk and remove them and then wash your hands of it and everything's fine. Well, we've learned that that's just not the way it plays out most of the time.
Venezuela's vice president insists Maduro remains the leader, calling the U.S. action a violation. Natalie Grant, CBS.
Alright, how about that? Hold up, let's bag this shit up.
President Trump shared this.
Right here, right? Hold on. Now, y'all see that guy right there, right? Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela. He thought that shit was sweet. He thought that he could drug traffic and, get his little ones and twos off in the country. He thought that he was untouchable. He thought that he could do whatever the hell he wanted. And Trump wasn't having it. So what happened? Trump went over there and bombed Venezuela, bombed the hell out of him, and he captured this guy, the president of Venezuela, and brought him back to the U.S. Now he is in New York facing charges, him and his wife, for drug trafficking. Ain't that some shit? How many times have I told y'all the U.S. is the bullies of the world? If we want you, we gonna come get you. It don't matter where you at. See, a lot of people be thinking that they could do some shit and flee to another country and it's a no-fly zone, you can't cross the boundaries and they laws is different and the US can't do this and can't do that. Well, didn't Trump just prove that he could do whatever the fuck he want? He just went and captured a whole president from a whole nother country. And on top of it, as y'all heard what they said, us, the US, now runs their country until things get safer for them. You don't want to fuck with the US, man. This is proof that the US do whatever the fuck they want. So if you think you're going to commit a crime and go hide out in Colombia or some shit like that, you think you can't be touched, man, listen, anybody can get touched. Anybody from any motherfucking where. Look at this guy. He hurt. He can't believe he got captured. He just knew he was that guy. You don't do nothing against the U.S. We run the fucking world. That's just what it is. How about that? It's been another episode of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.